This is Mirabella's Kitchen, and today I'm making shrimp egg foo young. If you'd like to cook with me, please check the description below for a list of the ingredients and a shout out to my patrons. I take 1 pound of large shrimp that has been peeled and deveined. I season it with coarse kosher salt and freshly ground black pepper. I get a visit from one of my producers. He's very happy with the work we're doing. And I take a stainless steel skillet, add olive oil to it, and bring it up to a medium heat. Once the oil is hot, I add in the shrimp, and I apologize that my footage is a little washed out here. I put the shrimp into an even layer, and I cook it on each side until it is pink. So about 90 seconds at most on each side. You gotta keep an eye on it. I take 4 large eggs and separate the whites from the yolks. I'm putting the whites into my stand mixer because I'm going to whisk them into stiff peaks using my stand mixer. You can use a hand mixer or do this by hand. For my stand mixer, I did it over medium speed for about 3 minutes. Once I have stiff peaks, I add in the yolks, which I've also whisked together. I fold them together until mixed. I take a half of a yellow onion and I dice it. I add about 8 ounces of bamboo shoots that have been washed and dried. I add in the shrimp, and I also add in the onion all to the egg mixture, and I fold that all together until homogeneous. I do recommend trying not to let this sit too long because the eggs will start to lose their stiffness. I take 1 inch of vegetable oil and I heat it over medium heat. Once it is hot, I add in 1 ladleful of the egg foo young at a time. I like to pack it together so it's in a patty formation, and I cook it on each side for about 3 minutes. Once the brown has started to creep up the side, it's time to flip it. And I got that very nice golden brown color going on. I remove it from the oil and I put it onto a cooling rack to drain off any excess oil. For the sauce, I'm taking a 1.5 cups of chicken stock. I'm adding it to a mixing bowl. It can be hot or cold. I add 1 tablespoon of low sodium soy sauce, though I recommend adding 2. And I'm using Mirin, adding 1 tablespoon worth today. I could not find any Shaoxing cooking wine, but that is the more traditional option. I add in a pinch of sugar. I'm gonna thicken this with a cornstarch slurry. So that's 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of water, and mix that until it is smooth. I added the sauce back into a pan and I brought it up to a boil. I recommend only bringing it up to a simmer. The boil was too hot. When I added in the cornstarch, it started to thicken and clump. Now I want the sauce to thicken, but I don't want there to be clumps. Towards the end of my egg foo young mixture, it started to fall apart in the oil, which is why I recommend not to let it sit too long. I got 5 egg foo youngs from this, and onto a bed of rice, I place 1 egg foo young, and I cover it with the sauce. You can strain out the clumps if you happen to have clumps, though I do recommend just using a lower heat than I did. And that's my shrimp egg foo young. Thanks for joining me today. I make new videos on cooking every Thursday. Please support me on Patreon and on Facebook at Mirabella's Kitchen.